in a pot somewhere. People are getting paid from this system. And so what do we do about it? I think we have to become consciously aware that this is the case with this system. I think a lot of Americans really don't understand how that system works or the roots of that system or how it is, because even like my brother prior to this experience, he believed in the justice of the system, and he learned that there was no justice to be found there, not for him and not for so many others. Say, for instance, those who are locked up, and they're locked up not because they have been found guilty of a crime, but because they can't post bail.
Yeah.
And so you've been charged, but you can't post bail. Well, you'll be locked up until you go to trial. And then that's another money hurdle to try to get across. If you can, then a lot of times you're at the mercy of a public defender who is overworked and also part of that system. So we have to become aware. And I think because as I talk with people and listen to people, they're saying, we didn't know it was like that. We didn't know it was like that. So it's telling these stories and sharing these stories. It's helping one another to become knowledge about what's going on in America, in what is supposed to be a democratic republic that was given to us, but our democracy is being undermined in all kinds of ways, including the system that deracinates people, take people from their homes for benefit of the state, and deny them rights as a citizen, even when they come out. When they've done the time, when they quote unquote paid their debt to society. What kind of life can they have? And for many, it's not good at all, because they're cut off from so many things that could otherwise help them reestablish themselves. And many will find themselves returning because they have no real viable kind of opportunities to really have them live a life that has some kind of meaning for them.
One final question. Can racism as we know it in America in the 21st century ever be eliminated without capitalism as we know it in America in the 21st century being eliminated?
I love that question. And I want to add to that. I would say I really don't believe in racism. As a way that we interact with one another in America, I believe in what I call racialism, because so many people are taught to behave in racist ways.
Right.
It's not natural. When we go back to colonial America, people were pit against one another. And who did that? The colonial governors and officials and whatnot, because they wanted to safeguard their labor pool.
Right.
Right.
For so many hundreds of years, it's essentially been a carefully cultivated tool of capitalism.
Yes. Yeah. And so it goes hand in hand with capitalism, along with patriarchy.
Yeah.
This whole, it's all of that is one thing. It's one thing. And we have to understand how that connects, because it's used to divide us. It's used as a stepping stone for those who have ambitious of littleness, as sort of a person would put it. And because it remains unconscious to most of us, we fall into it and we reproduce what our forebears lived through, centuries ago. We have to move forward. And that means we've got to create an America to move into. And that means getting to the roots of these things so that we can live the life of free citizens who really are about embodying liberty and justice and freedom for all, not just talking about it or thinking that it's the exclusive property of certain quote unquote elite group of people. It's it's a democracy. It belongs to all of us. And we need to move into that direction. We do that by understanding what has been keeping us from it. And then being consciously aware of how we, within our own lives, reflect personal sovereignty and collective sovereignty.
Hear, hear. We've been speaking with Deborah G. Plant. She is the author of the new book, Of Greed and Glory, containing many of these same ideas. Deborah, thank you so much for spending the time with us today on Facepalm America.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to be here, and I'm really happy about having this conversation with you. Thank you.
I want to thank the audience for listening to the program today, and I want to thank Ace Elson and Rosabelle Hine for producing this show. Please go to facepalmamerica.com for more information, and please share this episode on social media with your friends, with your followers. It helps us grow the program. And until next time.
Enjoy the day.